close on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Harris. Always got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Detroit! Najee Harris with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that makes the score 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott off play action. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Stephen Weatherly just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Harris running straight ahead. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Harris. 92 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. Harris. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
But he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here we go. Here we go, going to 53.
On the give, this is Harris. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. A gain of 3, second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They'll try to run with Harris. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Najee Harris
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Folk connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Get 300! Get 300!
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Harris. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3, trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run with Harris, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Play action now, Prescott. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Right back to Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Hey, take 26.
Rodgers now to throw. Steps away to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Dorrance Armstrong gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown.
David Njoku. As time expires in the first half. And the Packers get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. So they say no to the field goal try late in the half, and it winds up really paying off as they score on the final play.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble, but they had some foresight as well because they knew they were going to get the ball to start the third quarter. So they thought to themselves, if we score here, we can double up on back-to-back drives when we start the second half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Jump out!
Throwing is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. Taken down at the 30.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And again, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a bit closer. Rodgers will throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Hunter Henry brings it in.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They run with Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Prescott now.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now here's another carry for Harris. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Prescott on 4th down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Rodgers. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds and appears right at the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43.
That's good for a Green Bay Packers.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 27. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. First target, first catch, and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Harris. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
148 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, second and 11. This is Harris. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with third and 11 coming up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing, Prescott. And pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now,
and this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Here's Rodgers to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
All right.
On second and goal, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Rodgers again now. And that's incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
Over here. Over.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. On third down, here's Harris. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Fourth down, Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We think back to halftime, they were close to being written off. They faced the deficit, and now here as we begin overtime, they're one drive away from a comeback victory.
Think about where they started and how far they've come back from. And look, you and I both know that when we talk with coaches, most of the time they don't say that momentum is something that factors into how they coach a ball game, because they say each game is its own entity. But within a game, I think they all believe in momentum, and they certainly have it going in their direction right now.
And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now it's Rodgers. Throw left side, complete to Kupp.
And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
A huge play there in overtime. 54 yards.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
So a win here for the Packers. Well, we've said it so many times in the past, but it was Aaron Rodgers, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, he really had this offense firing on all cylinders, so let's count up some of the numbers. He went for well over 300 yards in the air, had 4 touchdown passes, and was clearly prepared for this one and executed the game plan to perfection.
So for Green Bay,
they'll wrap up on a high note, but will still finish 3 games below 500 at 7 and 10.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Detroit,
it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9 and 8.
But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.